Yeah, just wait for it to come up live. One sec, there we go. Right, here we go, boys and girls. We're back again, and the winning streak continues. 9 games. The last 11 years since we last went on this sort of a win streak in all competitions. I'm loving it. By James.
Yeah. Evening. Hello.
James?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you now. That's fine, yeah. Bit of a delay, that's all. And then I'm joined by Marco. How you doing, Marco?
Good, yourself? Thank you for having me on, and up the Arsenal, I guess.
I'm good. And last of all, I'm joined by Alex from the Cannon Fodder. How you doing, Alex?
I'm pretty good, Ryan. Thanks for inviting me onto your show. Yeah, it's my first invite on another YouTuber show. But Ryan, thanks for the invitation, and hello to everyone else out there as well. Ryan,
Thanks for taking the time out to come. Let's get right to it. Oh, I'm back. You hear me?
You're cutting out a little
Using this computer.
cutting out a little bit, Ryan, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, into it. What was people's opinion of James? You was there basically yesterday. What was your impression of the game yesterday?
I thought it was a great away victory, especially second half. I thought it was a real team performance, and I thought everybody working in unison, everybody working together, and the little things yesterday really were apparent to me. Like, for example, when it was 1-1 at half time, I watched Unai Emery walk off the pitch, because you walk across the pitch to go to the dugout at Craven Cottage, and he had a face on him like thunder. He had a face on him like, I'm going to tell my players exactly what's going on now. And he tweaked a few things, and they come out second half, and the goals fell quickly. And one thing well, I'm not surprised, because I find these substitutions to be very refreshing. But all 3 substitutions yesterday all came on and made an impact. And these are deliberate substitutions which our manager is now making. And you see how much fun the players are having together. 9 wins in a row, a good momentum as well. I wonder how we'll get on after the international break. But it's just wonderfully refreshing. And there was a point in the second half when Arsenal were playing some really, really good stuff. And then all of a sudden, you've got a chant coming out of "We've got our Arsenal back," and the whole away stand, every single person in that away stand was singing it at the top of their voice. And the chant actually come out of nowhere. It wasn't like premeditated or anything like that. It was just a passage of play, going up 3-1, and it was just it was quite emotional actually, but a wonderful away day. And I think we can be really pleased how things are going at the minute. It's a long old season, as we know, only too well. But yeah, what a wonderful start.
Yeah, yourself, Marco. Game history, highlights talk.
Go for it, Marco.
Oh, sorry, it's just a little hard to hear you. But anyway, yeah, I agree. The game yesterday was different to what I usually see from Arsenal, because let's be honest, we're not completely a different team to the one we were last year, but there are subtle differences which are completely changing this club. And I've been watching this club for half my life, so obviously all under Arsene Wenger. So this is the first time I've seen anything different. So one thing that really surprised me, or really is just kind of taking me aback, is the fact that when we concede, we don't immediately give up and lose all our tactics. We don't just bomb forward and have everyone go forward at once like we did last year. As soon as we conceded last year, what would happen is our fullbacks would just go all the way up the pitch. We would have no defensive midfielders. it would just be two defenders defending against an onslaught of a counterattack, and it was so easy to play us. But it just seems like now we don't lose our tactics when we concede. We still have our shape. We still have confidence. We don't say, oh, we've conceded, we're going to give up, we're going to stop trying as hard, or we're going to lose our tactics. We're going to still stick to the what the manager has told us. So, yeah, we went into the lead. We conceded. It sucks. But we didn't drop ass. We didn't drop our shoulders. We didn't go, oh, we're feeling sorry for ourselves now. And the main thing is, as soon as we conceded, I didn't think, oh, now we're gonna draw the game, or we're gonna lose the game that we should have won, which is something that would have happened last season, or especially in the past couple of maybe 2 or 3 seasons. So when we concede now, I'm not thinking we're gonna lose, we're gonna draw, we're gonna get something that we should be getting out of this. I still had full confidence that we're gonna go on and win, and I have confidence in Emery that he's gonna make the decisions to help that become a reality. So yeah, that's just the main thing I took out of that game. When we go down against a team that we concede against a team that we shouldn't be conceding against, no disrespect to Fulham, we still get back on track. And it didn't even seem like we were in any danger of losing the game at that point, which is something that I wouldn't have seen from previous seasons. So yeah, I'm very happy with that performance and very happy with Emery's decisions.
Okay, and what about yourself, Alex?
Well,
as well.
I've got to agree with Marco. Maybe last year, under Arsene Wenger, we would have crumbled under the weight of going 1-0 down or 2-0 down. But it is a new Arsenal under Unai Emery. And the other thing that the lineup, I didn't ever thought that he would have played Welbeck and Mkhitaryan in the number 10 role. So in that sense, Unai Emery has got the players scared for their places. At last, they're fighting for their places. No player is safe in their position under Unai Emery. So that is one thing for sure. The other thing is, as Marco says, we don't panic. If we go 1-0 down, of course, I think Unai Emery will be annoyed that we conceded 1 goal against Fulham. But for me, I didn't panic when they scored. I didn't panic. I always knew, and I had faith that Arsenal will come back and get the points. And what happened? We smashed them 5-1. So it was an emphatic performance by Arsenal. But again, Unai Emery has shown he's not scared to make the substitutions when it's necessary. It's the in-game management which was missing for the last few years under Arsene Wenger. But yeah, a great result yesterday. Really, really happy. Really happy.
I think Alex makes a great point about in-game management. We've got a manager now he's so driven, and his game management with his experience in the past with Valencia and Sevilla and Paris Saint-Germain, all this experience is relative. And he's come to Arsenal to win. He hasn't come to us just to be a run-of-the-mill Premier League manager. He's come to prove a point, and he's come to be successful. And it's still early days, of course, but the substitutions are really refreshing. His lineups as well, for Europa League and even the League Cup game against Brentford. You've got first-team players who's in previous years under Wenger would never have played in those kind of ties. But because Emery is hell-bent on doing well, and it's really refreshing. And it's, as Alex said, to keep everybody on their toes. It's a long old season, as we know only too well, but this kind of to be sharp, it can only serve us well going as the season goes along.
Yeah, exactly, and also what I sort of noticed as well, that result yesterday, it was coming. It was in the run of game. We've been playing brilliantly since we lost our last defeat. We've still won games. And this sort of performance was sort of due, and I'm so because when was the last time taking Everton out the equation last year that we put 4 past the team, 5 past the team, such net attacking. Someone I want to get onto quickly before some of you guys go is Alex Iwobi this season compared to what we had last season.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Should I start?
I mean,
Sure, I guess I'll start anyway. So,
yeah. Anyway, it's a take hold.
sure, yeah, of course. Anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, Alex Iwobi, when he came onto the scene, I think it was 2016, for his debut against Everton. Ever since then, I thought that this guy had talent. I thought that this guy had something special, and that he could really be a starting 11 player for us in the future. But again, as we've seen on as we've seen on Arsene Wenger for a while, for many different players, they start off well. They look great for maybe a month or two, maybe 3 months, and then they kind of stagnate and kind of drop off. And that's what we were seeing with Alex Iwobi for the past 2 or 3 seasons. The guy has just been average, really, and it sucks because I could tell that he's a good player, and I tried to stick up for him. And even I last season was like, no, we need to sell this guy, or we need to loan him. We need to give him a new change of view because it's just not working. Emery has come in, and this guy looks like a completely different player. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I'm just flabbergasted by the way he's playing right now. He's taking on players. He's actually doing what he's supposed to do, and that is crazy because you don't see that under Arsene Wenger. The guy is dribbling past people. He's actually taking them on. He has confidence. Even if he doesn't do everything perfectly all the time, he'll at least try the pass. He'll at least try the dribble. He'll try the most ambitious thing because he has confidence in himself. And that's exactly what I want to see from our midfielders and from our players, and especially from Alex Iwobi, because I honestly feel like this guy could be one of our better players in the future. And even if Aaron Ramsey does leave in the future, I know this is an ambitious claim, but I do feel like this guy could maybe not replace him, but kind of fit into the mold of his role in a different way and provide something to the team. That's all I'm trying to say is I'm glad that Emery has decided to keep him, decided to develop this guy. I can see that he's been training in the summer. He looks way stronger than he did before, way confident, and I'm just really impressed with what Emery has done to him. And I just hope we keep on to him for the future, and I hope he continues. And yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, can I just say, sorry, James, that I have to hold my hand up and say that I was one of the people who was panning Alex Iwobi to be put out on loan because, like Marco said, when he came in 2016, I thought the boy was the best thing since sliced bread. The link-up play he had with Alexis Sanchez, it was absolutely fantastic. But I thought under Arsene Wenger, I thought he played him too much, and he lost form, and he continued to play this boy, where in the end he got burnt out. However, under Unai Emery, he seems rejuvenated. It's like he's been given a free pass just to go and attack the other team. But yeah, he's an absolutely changed player, full of confidence. And like Marcus said, we need to keep hold of this boy, keep hold of him, and develop him even further. But yeah, he's one of my star players this season. Him, Lacazette, and Torreira as well.
Yeah, Alex makes a great point about confidence. I remember seeing Alex Iwobi play against Ostersunds at home in the home leg in February when we lost. And the right back of Ostersunds had Alex Iwobi in his pocket all night long. And the frustration was really getting to Iwobi. He didn't really have the confidence to go beyond the defender, try something different, try inject a bit of pace, try to check back. It was getting to the point where he started to moan at the referee. And I think now he's being instructed and he's being managed. I think he was overindulged by Arsene Wenger for the fact of Arsene Wenger wanting to prove a point. But, that didn't really help Iwobi's form. But I think Unai Emery is giving him a fair chance. He's deliberately instructing him, I think, in training in terms of going about his business and what he's actually supposed to do. As Michael makes a point on taking players on and attacking with threat. And it's just great to see. I think I've stated before, I believe Emery is still assessing his squad. And I think he's giving everybody a fair chance. And, everybody can prove their worth. And if they improve and show what they're all about, they'll be included in Emery's future squads too.
But you know what, James? Sorry, I just want to quickly cut in there. James, but imagine we beat Fulham 5-1 without Mesut Ozil.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
And Batman on the bench as well.
where
good point.
does he fit into the bigger plan? Does Mesut Ozil fit into the bigger plan? Because the performance was the best performance so far this season. And Mesut Ozil, he's on 350k a week.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. So does he fit in the bigger plan? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Well,
I think it's a very interesting point.
Probably. I'd say probably at this time, probably not. Probably this is what Emery's now doing. He's like showing like the lots of Ozil being like, you know what? Look, we don't need you. So either you go game, or I'm quite happy to let you go. And we'll get good money from him. We've got, what, 3 years after his new contract now, so it's not like we'll get nothing for him. And get someone who will come in and fit into his mould.
I think you'll see more activity with that regarding the summer. I'd be very surprised if anything happened in January.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing that Emery's assessing his squad, and the wages that Mesut Ozil is on, but the work rate yesterday, all the players were working so hard together in unison. And although Ozil does have his moments, he's often criticised for lack of work rate, especially in the big games. But I think it will be in the back of Emery's mind that there are changes ahead. But he's so ruthless that I can see him if he doesn't feel that it's conducive to have Ozil in the squad long term. I think that Emery would dispose of his services, but I think there'll be more. I think there'll be more information and more news regarding that, and things might be a bit more clear in the summer.
On Unai Emery, knowing whether he's best 11, I think secretly he knows his best 11. The only thing that he's trying to gather is the evidence to prove to some of these players that they're not good enough.
Part of it.
Yeah, the evidence. He's just building up the evidence to prove. Look, this is my philosophy. You don't fit in that philosophy, so therefore you're not part of the bigger plan. I think Unai Emery knows his 11. I think he knows he's 11. But
just to cut in about Mesut Ozil is, I wouldn't necessarily say he doesn't work hard, because if you watch him, the guy does run back. He does run back, and especially last season, I just want to say, like, he always dropped back, and I think that had more to do with Arsene Wenger.
This season, a bit more than you does.
Sorry? Never mind. Anyway, under Arsene Wenger, I saw him running back. I saw his effort. I saw everything that he was trying to do. But honestly, I don't know if I should even say this because people are going to get mad. But anyway, I don't think Ozil fits Arsenal at this point. I really don't think he does. And it's nothing to do with Ozil was a bad player, or he can't do it, or he's not a top-level world-class player. He can be. And I think he is. Just not right now, not at Arsenal. I just want to say that the Ozil experiment since 2013, unfortunately, has been a failure. And it just hasn't worked. At this point, if we're going to sell Ozil, and Emery is going to sell Ozil, you do it sooner than later. That's just my opinion. Do it now. Get as much money as you can for him, and just get someone who does fit the mold. Because we're in a new era of Arsenal. We can't go back to what we had in the past, because that doesn't matter anymore. We've already done with that. So if he doesn't fit the plans, and I feel like, unfortunately, Emery doesn't see Ozil in his plans as a main attacking midfielder, that's just the way I see it, then he should get rid of him as soon as possible. But again, I'm not saying Ozil is a bad player, or that he's lazy, or he doesn't track back. It just isn't the right fit for Arsenal, especially under Emery. That's just my opinion.
I think you make some very good points, Marco, as well. And I know you say about upsetting some Arsenal fans, but it's about respecting all Arsenal fans' opinion. You know, all Gooners have an opinion in it. All their opinions need to be respected at all times. You know, we live in a world where people will give their opinion and somebody's automatically upset. But as a Gooner, we have to respect everybody's opinion. And I think you made some very good points there.
Yeah. I think Marco's right. It's just that it's not that Ozil is such a bad player. I think one thing for sure,
Exactly.
is weighing him down.
Oh yeah.
There's that tag around him. That I'm worth 350,000 a week. So we expect him to perform day in and day out. That's one thing. I think Marco's correct as well in so far as that he doesn't fit in that paradigm. He doesn't fit in Unai Emery's philosophy of closing down the players. Fighting to get back and retain possession. Ozil's not that. He's not that kind of player.
No.
He's not that kind of player.
Sort of a luxury player.
Yeah, so let's wait and see what's going to happen. I don't think he'll get sold in January, but I think maybe in the following transfer window, I think Emery will say, you know what, thanks for the service, but it's time for a change. It's a new era.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Another thing I want to get onto is but I don't know, made his Premier League for the established debut, starting wise. Again, large chance he was there like first. What was your opinion on Leno yesterday?
Breaking up a bit, Ryan.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Ryan, can you repeat that? Ryan,
You don't hear me what I said?
No.
Basically, Bert Leno made his debut yesterday. Full start debut. What was your opinions on his first proper start? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can understand the question a bit more. This then it was a tiny bit more clearer, Ryan. I thought that he didn't have an awful lot to do. I think there'll be sterner tests ahead, but I noticed it's just something I've noticed. It's just an opinion I have. At free kicks, when he's lining up his wall, when he's positioning, you saw with the Brentford free kick where he was beaten by Alan Judge. The space that the attacker had to aim at was an awful lot, and in the case of the Brentford League Cup, it was a direct free kick and a great goal. But I noticed it yesterday as well when I was watching him line up free kicks and line up his wall. The space he was giving to the attacker to aim for. If you've got better players taking free kicks as the season goes on, in terms of Kevin De Bruyne or Mohamed Salah, they would relish targeting that space that he's when it as regards to positioning. So I think although he's doing quite well, it's still a long way to go. But it's also his first season at the club. Everything's new for him. So you got to cut him a bit of slack. But I did notice yesterday specifically with free kicks that he was a bit. I think he was leaving a bit too much space for the attackers to aim for.
Definitely. But you know what? I've always been a supporter of Leno only because how much did we buy him for? Was it 22.5 million?
19.8, I believe.
Right. So
around that.
You're going to spend that amount of money on a goalkeeper. Why would you not start him? I know people are going to say, well, he doesn't have the experience in the Premiership, and he did make some errors in the pre-season. But again, if you're going to spend that amount of money on a player, why not play him? That's one thing. The second thing is that I think Unai Emery has asked Petr Cech to do something that Petr Cech is not comfortable with doing, i.e. passing up the ball from the back. Petr Cech is not good and he's not comfortable at doing that. However, when I see Leno in goal, I have full and complete confidence in him. I'm really, really I don't have any kind of worries that he's going to give away a freebie, free goal. With Bert Leno, I always feel confident. And the thing is, that must spread out to the defense. the defence must feel confident as well, knowing fully well that they've got Leno, they've got a goalkeeper who's commanding. The errors and mistakes are going to be minimal at best with him. So yeah, I've always been a person who I wanted to see Bernd Leno start the Premiership, but that's just my opinion.
No, I completely agree with you. I would like to see him start in the Premiership. If it was up to me, if I was the manager, I would be starting there every single game, because I thought we signed Leno to be an understudy how to play. That's what I thought we were doing. But look, I've nothing against Czech. He's a legend. He's a great keeper of the Premier League. That's great. But that was the past. This is now. We bought Leno for what, like as you said, 19.8 million. We should have been starting him from the beginning of the season, at least in my opinion. But again, I just agree with what you're saying. He's a better passer of the ball. He seems more confident in that. Czech really isn't that type of player. Obviously, Czech is a better shot stopper at this point in time because he's a legend. He's been doing it for 30 years. So, yeah, obviously there's things that he needs to work on. But generally, I have to say I'm impressed with him. I think he's been a great buy. There have been some iffy moments, of course.
This league, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I think he was agreeing with you that there's been some mistakes.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. Now, obviously, he's just moved to a new league. There's things that he has to get used to. It's a new coach.
I was just.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I think there's some lag. On the audio.
Yeah, that might be causing the disruption. But anyway, yeah, I think it's a new league. He's getting to it. It's a new experience. So
no, that was just basically Czech just we all.
Marco, carry on, Marco.
I'm sorry, but yeah, no, it's a new league. It's a new experience for him. He's quite a young guy as well, so it's going to take time for him to mesh into the Arsenal philosophy, if that even exists anymore. I don't know, but yeah, Emery's going to mold him into a good player. I feel like, but I do feel like he is the best keeper that we could have bought in this situation. He was the one that I wanted because I've been. If you don't know, I watch a little bit of Bundesliga myself, not like to the point where I'm obsessed with it, but I do watch a little bit of Bundesliga, and I've seen the performances in there, and he's a very good keeper. So I think he's probably the best keeper that we could have bought for that price range. And in general, I'm just happy with the purchase of him. So hopefully we can see him become number one and be the number one for many years to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. One last thing before everyone has to go. For James and Alex has to be off soon. Today was announced our new kit deal. We're no longer going to have Puma. We've got rid of all of Adidas, going back to tonight. We last had Adidas. What is everyone's opinions on that? I'm happy because I haven't liked any of the Puma kits. They've either been too tight or just don't look right for some reasons. Just the design I don't like the designs, but mostly I'm a men's large and it's tight on me. Well, I was going to wear, like, for example, the last Nike shirt that we had in the men's large, and it would fit like a glove, perfectly loose, bad name it. I'm happy Puma's gone.
I stopped.
Puma as well, since they're coming, you've got the authentic kits to players where you have to pay £100 for. Got these stadium train kits. It's Puma's purely money making scheme there. Go scrap all that and just go to how it was, and go back to yellow and blue as our away kit, not the pinky, fucking green colours every year.
All the colours of the rainbow. I stopped buying shirts more than 10 years ago. And the shirts that I wear now are the 1971 replicas of the red and white and yellow and blue. And when you're attending games in the winter, because the material is thicker, the material is thicker, so it keeps you warmer in the winter. And they're traditional colours. And you make a great point. Adidas will give themselves a fantastic boost, and it will be a fantastic public relations exercise to go to the traditional colours straight away. Yellow, red and white, yellow and blue, yellow and navy, if you like, as well. It would be great to revert to traditional colours, you know, because that's what it's all about. I mean, now you've got all the colours of the rainbow, you know, mint green, black with pink. And, you know, these colours have no relation to Arsenal whatsoever. It's more like it's more like a fashion show, but
like
it's
a
not
purple
about.
and red.
So I'm very much red and white, yellow and blue in particular. I mean, there's images of the old bruised banana kit from the early 90s coming out. I mean, I've been supporting the club for more than 30 years, but although that was a great kit, what makes me laugh is I was very young when I had that shirt, and I remember when it came out, how everybody hated it in the beginning. Everybody couldn't stand it in the beginning. They were moaning and it looks awful and that kind of, and now because we've had all the colours under the sun and it's become more like a fashion show, everyone's saying let's get the bruised banana back. Yeah, okay, fine, that would be a great start. But I'm just very much. I just hope that Adidas listen to the fans. Yeah, I just hope that Adidas listen to the fans, go for traditional colours. And I think they'll notice if they go for traditional colours and keep things simple. I think they'll see many, many people buying shirts as of the new kit deal next season.
Yeah. Here, James. Well said. Well said. Listen, I want to keep mine very, very short and sweet. When I think about the Adidas kit, I think about the sponsor at that time we had, which was JVC.
Yeah.
The other thing is that when we had Adidas as our sponsor, kit sponsor, we won 2 league titles. So could that be? Could the sign that the sign on the wall? I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's on from 89.
But yeah, Adidas equals JVC equals Ian Wright.
Yeah.
I've been supporting Arsenal since 19.
Well, you guys are supporting Arsenal for longer than I've been alive. I'm not even 20. So I can't really speak on what happened in the past. But all I can say is that this Puma shirt here used to have Alexis Sanchez on the back. As you can see, nowhere to be found.
Wow.
So, long story short, I spent $150 on that shirt to get Alexis Sanchez's name on it, and it's no longer there.
Wow.
So it's been obviously ruined. So
Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, you know,
unbelievable.
I tell you how much shirts suck. They suck.
Yeah.
They suck. So, long story short.
What was it last year? The fucking sponsorship.
I'm happy for
Fulham was just coming up last year. So
God coming in.
Oh dear. So yeah, I'm just.
Guys, it's been great fun.
They've only copied Nike. Just saying.
Guys, it's been great fun speaking to you all tonight. You've all made some great points.
Yeah.
You've all made some great points. I'll be signing off now because we're an hour ahead here in NL.
Yeah.
And I shall speak to you all very soon.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Up the Arsenal.
Bye
bye.
Thanks, James, again.
And actually, I'm going to have to run as well. I'm actually like 10 minutes over my time. But listen, Ryan, you know, thanks for inviting me.
Anyway, so I wanted to get that.
Marco, good to see you. Finally,
yeah, good, man.
Finally. You take care of yourself, and we'll be in touch anyway, yeah?
Of course. Of course.
All right,
Just, let me know whenever you need something. All right. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks, Marco, for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll try and get you on after the international break if you're available.
Of course. Just let me know.
Yeah. So that's it now for this week. I've got a nice international break. This is England talk about. So we're back for the Leicester season. That'll be a different day. That'll be on a Tuesday night instead, because obviously the game's on a Monday night. So that'll be on Tuesday night. I've got all the details out on the show near the time, who's going to be on, and if you haven't already, follow. I'm going to put everyone's Twitters on afterwards. Give them more. Oh, Sam. Oh, bloody hell. Maybe not. Sam.
How you doing?
What is it? Alright, Sam, you just missed everyone. Everyone just had to sign off. Because obviously time differences and all. So how are you doing anyway, Sam?
I'm alright. Just eating.
So Mark, well, you're on now.
Yeah?
You're on now, so I might start to get your opinions on the game yesterday. Start with your opinions on the match itself.
But yeah, like yesterday was a good game. We won 5-1. Mad thing.
Was you impressed with, for example, Leno and Iwobi yesterday? Considering, well, especially with Leno, considering it was his full start yesterday.
Yeah, of course I was.
Especially in the first half, the amount of times he was getting put under pressure and he was digging us out of the grave like you wouldn't believe. He was making some absolute world-class saves.
Exactly. The game was mad. We won 5-1. A London derby. What else can you ask for?
Well, yeah. Exactly. And especially we didn't have Ozil playing either. So, as the guys were saying earlier, Ozil wasn't in the squad at all. Back spasm or not, he wasn't in the squad. And we put a team out that put in that performance and dispatched the team with ease, especially that third goal. Oh my days. I haven't seen a goal like that in years, like 24.
Nah,
like 4 years.
When Wilshere scored against Norwich.
When Wilshere, that's what I'm saying, 4 years ago.
You said 2012.
No. And of all people to score, it had to be Ramsey, didn't it? The one that's already having contract negotiations or difficulties with the club because agencies fucking things up for him. Because it seems they want more money.
Well, that's that. Other than that, good news came today, finally, for Arsenal fans.
Yeah, I was just talking about that as well. I was going to ask you because obviously I saw your reaction as well. We were just talking about that. And yeah, what was your opinion on it, basic Adidas? Because obviously you won't remember Adidas obviously were our kit manufacturers for most of the 90s. And from the 80s going into the 90s. And obviously that fact, as you'll know now because of Twitter, everyone's calling back for the throwback, an updated version of the Bruce Banana kit for next season. And I was just saying myself, I'm happy that I'm happy that Puma's finally gone. I'm going to repeat myself now. Just because of the kits were so tight, designs were horrible. And the away kits were never just not one. Well, okay, one away kit was yellow, but it wasn't traditional yellow. It was like yellow with red and blue and every single colour you could possibly think of. And every other away kit has either been like blue, purpley blue, or mint green, or what was the one? There's one that was like blue and they had like 3 different colours going across the bottom. It was so tight. I was just saying before, Puma kits for me, I'm a men's large, and I'll get men's large, and any shirt I get, men's large. But with Puma, it felt like I was wearing like a medium to medium small. It was that tight on me, even this season. Whereas I I can go downstairs, get my Nike shirt, the last one I ever made, in a men's large, and it'll be nice and loose and baggy and comfortable.
Mm.
And also Adidas, I'll go back to Adidas themselves. Did used to make some good kits for us until we transferred to Nike itself back in the day. But are you happy we got Adidas, or would you rather someone else, or stuck with Puma?
I'm happy with Adidas. It's simple. For me, Adidas make nice kits. The kits they made at the World Cup, like the Germany one, the Germany away kit, which I have.
Oh, I love that kit.
It looks good. I'll tell you something now. Not even if, like, when the kits are released, all three of them, right, and save up as much money as possible. I'm buying all three of them with my name on the back. I don't care what they look like, because let me tell you something. I wanted Arsenal and Adidas to be together for such a long time. I think 2014 it was the time we wanted to move to Adidas, but because they didn't make us an offer, Puma jumped in, and it got to a point that with the kit, there were people complaining about it, finding it horrible, whatever. And now we move over to Adidas. It's gonna be good. I tell you something. They're gonna make nice kits. And now, right, this is the joint third biggest kit deal in the world.
Behind Man United, I believe. And they've got Adidas as well. Adidas and Chelsea's Nike kit. Barcelona, that was in Barcelona.
Yeah. Barcelona's ahead, and then Stingy. Then Man United.
Exactly. And also, with... They're gone.
What I was going to say was, with Adidas, they really want a London club to represent them. What better club other than Arsenal? A big club. Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Oh, exactly. And also, if, as you were saying about free kits, if they go down that route of making free kits every season, or say two kits every 2 seasons, and a third kit they change it every season, they'll use that third kit as their sort of mess about, as you will, sort of. For example, what we had a couple of years ago with the black and the pink, something like that, and they'll keep pushing with the home and the away colours for the home and away kits. Obviously, they won't mess about with all that. We'll put a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of yellow or this, or it'll just be plain and simple: red and white, yellow and blue, or blue and navy blue and yellow, depending on your preference. I'm hoping, because it has got sort of ridiculous, not just with Arsenal and Puma itself, with clubs in general. Like, it used to be, when I was growing up, you get a kit out, your home kit would come out, and that'd be the team's home kit for 2-3 seasons. And then they'll change it then. It's like the last, I'll say, 6-7 years, that's sort of gone out the window, especially when Arsenal went over from Nike to Puma, because Nike was literally, they changed it every season, like 2-3 times in like 20 years. It was literally like the kits come out, and that's your home kit for 2 years. That was it. Out. The away kits would be changed design-wise, depending on shirt sponsors and all that. But they didn't. It was none of this. Oh, we're going to have this kit. We'll charge you 50 quid for it, but it's only been sort of, so we say, it's in use for 9 months, and then 9 months later we'll bring out a new one, and you're going to pay another 50 quid and another 50 quid. On top of that, we're going to then we're going to make these authentic kits that are for the athletic type, and charge you £100 for it. But and there's another thing with Puma that nashed me off. When they set out a product at Arsenal, they don't restock. They just, that's sold out now. We won't restock now. That's it. Bye. Because last year, when the black kit came out, back in early October, I was at the Brighton game, as you know, and I went to go and get it, and there's a note sold out. Come back to us in a month. Hopefully, we'll be restocked. And never did get restocked. And in this season, all their sleeveless training chops. You go in the store, they're sold out now. They won't get restocked now.
Mm.
And also, I saw another thing. I saw on DT's channel when they launched the kits. We get down to a certain age range.
Yeah.
The kits look completely different. Like the neck's rounded off on the kids one. It doesn't look nothing like
Mm.
the kit the proper kit.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. And it actually is well, we made money out of it. So
Yeah, because like I hope the home kit looks good. The one thing is, I always buy the home kits first, and then I buy like
same.
and all this and that. If the home kit looks good, that's it.
Well, if previous if you go by like either when we last had them, or if you go by now, the teams that do have Adidas now,
Yeah.
like so Leicester City or something like that, the kits actually do look nice.
Yeah.
You just have to play it by, but with Adidas as well, they will listen to what the fans want. That's clear as day. They're not going to do what Fulham have done.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. Who's your man in the match anyway? As well, get back to the game quickly.
I guess I don't know. There was so many for contention. I personally I'll give it to Rob Holding.
No, I can understand that. There's so many. Rob Holding, Mustafi, even Mustafi had a good game yesterday. Cancelling out Mitrovic and all in that aerial threat, or in general. Didn't know Mitrovic was on the pitch at one point.
But you know, Lacazette definitely deserved it. With Lacazette, Aubameyang, two of the world-class strikers in our team.
Wow.
I don't care what anyone else thinks. Two world-class strikers in our team. And it's like
what a season Lacazette's having.
Ian Wright together. Huh?
Well, I was just saying, what a season Lacazette's having. This is before the season started. Everyone was because we had Aubameyang. Everyone was writing off. Or we're going with like the media going, well, we're being told he wants to leave. He's going here. He's going there. He hasn't listened, and obviously he hasn't. He's took all that in, but sort of in the sense of I'm going to use that to motivate myself and prove you wrong that I am happy here, and I am going to fight from place. And he's from day one fought for his spot, and he's now we're reaping the rewards of it because he's so confident. This is what happens when you have players that are confident. They score goals. They are happy. And there's healthy competition between him and Aubameyang. Who you saw when Lacazette scored his first goal. The first person he went to on the bench was Aubameyang.
Yeah.
And when Aubameyang scored his first goal, they were them two were together. They were super good together, driving over DT and finding over the what's name the barriers, and they're doing a little handshake as well. But Torreira was fucking another one yesterday. Got his own little chanter now as well. How did you react when you heard on the TV, I'm assuming you watched it on TV, the Arsenal fans that after the third goal went in for us, chanting, "We got our Arsenal back."
Oh, well,
in unison.
I felt happy. Like as a kid, this is the reason why I supported the club. I mean, that's why I supported the club.
It made me good. Personally, because of everything the fan base has gone through for the last 2 years. Last 2 years of Wenger's time, it's so refreshing to hear the whole fan base just come together and chant that. It did give me goosebumps hearing that.
Let me tell you something. You remember how I always say walk with Emery, right? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna stand by that. WWE stands for walk with Emery. Because let me tell you something about Unai Emery, right? And I've said this on the Newcastle fan channel, and I'll say this again. Like he was one of the first pick choices to replace Wenger. First pick choice. The moment we're in the Europa League again, and I heard that he's gonna leave PSG at the end of the season, I'm like, you know what? Let's bring man in because he can do bits. He can help us win the Europa League. He's won it 3 in a row. 3 in a row. And let me tell you something, right? this
Yeah,
guy.
go on.
Give him this season to get us back into the Champions League, and he'll do wonders. With PSG, it was all about you need to win the title, you need to do this, you have to do that. If you get us done from this and get us done from
Champions
that,
League.
you will lose. Yeah, it got to a point where for Unai Emery, it was like they were giving it to him too hard at PSG. Going from Sevilla to PSG is a tough job. Sevilla, you're dealing with players
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's done a wonderful job. And personally, I think that we've absolutely got a gem in Unai Emery. But Ryan,
Well, as you said before as well, just before you go, no mug. You can't be a mediocre manager to win 3 back European titles full start.
yeah.
Especially for a club like Sevilla's level at that time.
Mm.
But yeah, also what's with Emery, he's come to Arsenal, and as James has said on Arsenal Fan TV, and he said on here tonight, he's come here with the intent to win a trophy this season, and you can see that in his selections for the Carabao Cup and Europa League so far. Whereas a year ago, if that was Wenger, in both competitions, he would put kids out.
I think we're gonna win something this season. I was speaking to some, I forgot, was it a Man United fan? Yeah, a Man United fan today when I was out and about. We were just talking about football just in general, and he was like, you know what? Personally, I think Arsenal will win something this season. They'll get top 4, but they'll also win something this season. And if it's the Europa League, then you know what? It's all good. And he went on to say that if we want it to be a success, if it's a successful season for Arsenal this season would be Champions League qualification. If you finish out outside the top 4, and even I agreed with him when I said this, because this is what I've said before time and time again, that this season, if we finish outside the top 4, but we win the Europa League, I'll call it a successful season. I don't care. We won a European trophy. We won a trophy. We're back in the Champions League. What more do you want? What more can you get?
Exactly. Especially even now, we're on a 9-game win streak in all competitions. You've still got pundits of ex-Tottenham caliber, like Jermaine Genius, for example, still sort of undermining us, sort of in the sense of still doesn't believe we're good enough. Basically, we lost the first 2 games. We've won every game since, but that's not good enough. They're not getting top 4. The top 4 is going to be Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Tottenham. And I'm thinking Tottenham they scraped against fucking Cardiff. Let's be honest. So did we, but at least we fucking showed some fight.
These pundits don't know what they're talking about. Simple because
that's just
they can't take the fact that a club like Arsenal are doing so much better than them. We've attracted players, players who are unknown. We've made them become into the big time. Who the hell was Patrick Vieira before 1997 and AC Milan youth?
Exactly.
Who the hell was Nicolas Anelka before he came to Arsenal, a PSG youth? Who the hell was Thierry Henry, a Juventus reject? Who the hell was Dennis Bergkamp, an Inter Milan reject? But what happened when they came to Arsenal? They weren't rejects anymore. They became the big time. They became the big boys. They made up Arsenal what it is today. You understand? They revolutionized history for the club, and this is what Alan Shearer and these pundits can't take, is the fact that they got destroyed by him. They got absolutely destroyed.
No, yeah, week in, week out, every season.
Every season, Jermaine Genius, right, tried to run after Thierry Henry. I saw, the 49 game unbeaten run.
Yeah.
I had the DVD of that. Every time I saw Jermaine Genius, right, like whether it was a Newcastle game, when it was Newcastle, I saw him getting ripped to shreds, and I'm just like, yeah, Jermaine Genius, I can see why you talk rubbish about our club. You simply ain't good enough to play. You simply ain't good enough to play for us.
Even at his Tottenham days, Jermaine Genius was always a player I never rated growing up, because I grew up from his beginning of his career all the way through, and I never rated him at all.
Nah. You remember when Chelsea beat Tottenham 4-2 in the FA Cup semi-final, and how he said, "You see how?"
Oh, a couple of years back, yeah.
Tottenham deserve to win that game.
Put the pressure on. We should have won that game. Put the pressure on.
Put the pressure on. I was like, don't tell me this guy just said
this.
Please don't tell me he said what I thought he said. I had to rewind it 2 or 3 times And I started screaming, going like, "Did you say that Tottenham deserved to win this because you put the pressure on?" Oh my god!
Yeah.
I wanted to scream my head off. It was too hilarious.
And that's the Tottenham fans and Tottenham in general mentality.
That's the thing.
That is their mentality. Hence, why they have got a stadium. And they're put what was it last week, Wednesday or something? Proud moment in our history, and a picture of a fucking ball of turf. I was like, oh my days. I was face palmed. I was like, oh my god. This is the standard of what was it? A couple of weeks back after Tottenham lost. Who did they lose against? They played Man United. Was it Watford? Yeah. Straight after the Watford game in the league, Harry Kane himself on his own Twitter account, then within half an hour, put out a tweet where he was basically advertising Fortnite on mobile. Oh, this is what we and the lads like to play on the way at the games. Oh, this is so amazing. I play Fortnite, but oh my days.
And they're like, "Oh, Arsenal lost 1-0 in it."
Yeah.
This is when we lost to.
If Arsenal played Mesut Ozil did that exact same thing after an Arsenal defeat or win or whatever. The media would be jumping on him, going in and having a fucking field day. Oh, what's he doing?
That's football for you. But Ryan, it was nice to be on your podcast. Sorry I came on late. I had quite a few things to do.
No, that's fine. That's no worries. I was just staying at the international break now, so I've got a couple of weeks off until we come back for the Leicester one. But that'll be on a Tuesday night because obviously the game's on a Monday night, isn't it? This the next one. So yeah, I'll DM you because I can tell you who's on the next one. I'll DM you
because
later on if you want.
Yeah, because you know, with me now, I'm going to Lisbon soon for the Sporting Lisbon Arsenal game.
Yeah.
And the thing is now, I was flying from Brum, but now I'm flying from London Luton Airport instead. It's got a 2-hour and 50 minutes straight plane there.
Okay.
So that was cheaper than the connected flight from Brum to Lisbon from Madrid to Lisbon. Happy now.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. I saw you last week.
My first game.
So thanks for coming on anyway, Sam.
Pardon?
Go on.
Yeah, my first.
No, you're saying your first game.
Our first Arsenal game was a Champions League qualifier. And imagine I said as a 10-year-old kid, I'd love to go to an Arsenal European away game. I'm doing it now. Proudest moment in my life and in my career. So yeah, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah. Well, as you, I think I've already told you, I've got my tickets booked for the North London Derby now, so I'm happy. 2nd of December.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and go to one game in after the thingy one, after Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
One more game to close 2018, and then 2019 I'll go to one game, and then that's it. That's it for the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, it's going to games is absolutely great. But yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Ryan, we have to love you and leave you, man. Sorry, I turned.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming on anyway.
No problem, man. No problem.
That's all right.
See you later, man.
See you later, mate. So as I was doing before he came on, basically again, got an international break now, so I'll be back on. I think Tuesday night. I'll be putting out that information on Twitter on the weekend of that next game, the times and all that, and who's on. It's a big name again coming on from AFTV, and yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss any more shows. Have any comments, be it negative or positive, feedback, I'm quite happy to take it on. Leave it in the comments below. Go over to everyone's Twitters, myself and everyone else's Twitters in the description in about 10 minutes time. Go follow us all, and Up the Arsenal.